Native Libra. How are you? Margot, Kevin Leonard. Hi, everybody. Let me get over to the... Oh, that's TikTok. Hi on TikTok. Opened by itself. I didn't... Just closed everything down because my YouTube was being crazy. So let me go over here to the studio. And of course, I'm going to have to just hope you're all doing well. Did you have a good Friday? Update on Sharon is that she had a 12-hour surgery. 8-hour surgery, 12 hours. Doctor said she did well. She's expected to stay 3 days in the ICU, but I guess that's all dependent on how she feels, right? And if they step her down after that. So we'll keep you updated. Keep her in your prayers and thoughts. That would be great. All right, let me see here now. There we go. And it's still saying, I don't know why it's saying November 24th. That's just crazy that it's saying November 24th. I can't stand that. I wish I could change that. Okay, anyway, Garth's storyline is kind of shocking. Native Libra says, I never was a big fan except for his Chris Gaines days. Yeah, you know, I mean, I liked his music. I bought stuff, you know, listened to his stuff, and I don't know. We're going to go through some of the documents today, okay? And we'll see what happens. All right, let me get first story is first. This is going to be a crazy story. This is I don't even know, okay, how this even occurred. I don't know. But okay, an Illinois woman was engaged to this guy. She found out he was having an affair, right? And she convinced him that he was being watched by like the cartel and that he had to kill this family. She drove him to the house. Well, the family he killed was the woman he was having the affair with, her husband, and their 2 little boys. It's nuts. And then wow, I just see something that just came in. Popular reggaeton singer El Tajir in very critical condition after being shot in the head in Miami. Anybody know who that is? If he's connected to Diddy? I don't know. So let me get these people over here. Here we go. So this is the woman that convinced this guy over here to go and kill this family. This is Nathaniel Huey Jr. And here's what happened, okay? So documents are detailing how this woman right over here, Ermelinda Palomo, first learned of Huey Jr.'s affair, okay, with let me put the family that he killed. With this woman right here, Zoraida Bartolome. And I think you might remember we covered this story when this happened, when these 4 people were shot, right? We covered this. And anyway, so Ermelinda finds out that Huey is having an affair. And so she created a series of fake social media accounts. She pretended to be a Mexican criminal organization. And posting to as that criminal organization, she contacted Huey Jr. and Bartolome, and she revealed details of their affair to threaten them. Now, Irma Linda was able to convince Huey that he was under, Nathaniel Huey, that he was under constant surveillance by the organization, and that the leaders questioned his loyalty and his trustworthiness. Now, the way that she communicated and Huey's responses indicated that he fully believed the information that was being fed to him by Irma Linda. He did not know that Irma Linda was the person that he was speaking with, right? Okay. On September 14th, and this is in 2023, 2 days before the murders, Irma Linda, under the cartel alias on social media, convinced Nathaniel Huey that Zoraida Bartolome, was a mole in the organization and was planning to attack him. So Palermo worked with Huey Jr. to plan under the alias, okay, as this cartel person. She was communicating with her fiancé, Nathaniel Huey Jr., to plan the murder not only of Zoraida, but her husband and their 2 children. They together researched the neighborhood to locate cameras. They planned how to get in and out of the house. And they learned that the house behind the Zoraida's house was vacant. They discussed who resided at the residence, including Zoraida, Albert, and their 2 children, as well as the number and types of dogs in the house. Irma Linda, as this cartel alias, told Nathaniel to cause damage to make the scene appear to be a burglary committed by kids. Irma Linda, under this, again, alias, reassures Nathaniel by saying many murders go unsolved. Don't worry about this. Here's another photo of the family that was killed. On September 16th, at about 3:17 a.m., Irma Linda drives Huey Jr. to the murder scene and back. Now, it's weird because we don't know why she was driving him to the murder scene, because remember, she wasn't supposed to know about this, or I don't know, maybe he did tell her about this, and then they had decided that she would drive. But she drives him to the murder scene and back. She stayed in the car when he allegedly carried out the crime. So the family, 4, were all shot dead by a 9mm pistol, combination of 20 times, in their home in Illinois in Romeoville. Isn't that weird, Romeo and Juliet, like Romeo and Juliet? On September 16, 2023, and they were discovered on September 17th. And we talked about this case. Police discovered the family was murdered the next day, and they tracked down Nathaniel Huey Jr. and Irma Linda Palomo, and they questioned them. They both denied any involvement in the murders, and at the time there was no solid evidence, so they were sent home. Now, they don't tell us why they suspected Huey, but I think it could be because Nathaniel Huey was having an affair with Zoraida. They worked together, and so they could have went through her, text messages and then just questioned them, right? So by September 20th, that was 3 days after the 17th, they were considered suspects. But the couple fled to Oklahoma, Catoosa, Oklahoma. They went to a Walmart. When they came out of the Walmart, they were met by the Catoosa police, and they jumped in the car and they led police on the car chase. But here's how it ended. There's not 4 people dead, there's 6 people dead, because Huey shot Ermelinda, and then he crashed the car in a fiery explosion, and he was killed in the crash. Ermelinda was sent to the hospital where she died. Now, there is newly obtained records that document that Nathaniel Huey Jr. allegedly confessed to his mother that he was the killer. Huey Jr. and Ermelinda's attorney, John Paul Ivick, said that he did not know who Huey Jr.'s mother is, and he has no information as to his conversation with her or what she knew. But it's just crazy. She went through this elaborate ruse to have the woman that he was seeing killed, and yet drives him to the murder scene knowing that she would be seen as an accomplice, right? I mean, what the heck? This is just it's so bizarre, it's not even funny. It's ridiculously bizarre. And, you know, has the children killed and the husband. It's unbelievable. Here, let's see. There were hundreds of police records that were recently obtained and show more about this murder. Romeoville police released their final investigation reports on Thursday, and they reveal that Nathaniel Huey Jr. and his fiancée Ermelinda Palomo were behind the murder. Investigation concluded that Palomo manipulated Huey Jr. by creating fake personas to communicate with him, pretending to be members of a cartel. There was no cartel. Palomo orchestrated the murders because Huey Jr. had been having a romantic affair with Zoraida, and she wanted Zoraida killed. According to the police records, Huey Jr. confessed to his mother that he committed the murders because people were after him. When asked why he killed the children, Huey Jr.'s response was because he believed the kids were better off dead than alive without parents. Let's see. The Romeoville investigation uncovered numerous threats and warnings to the family in the months leading up to the murders that many individuals knew about but never reported to police. Messages sent via social media, oh my gosh, I can't even speak tonight. Media revealed that Palomo contacted Roland on June 27, 2023, less than 3 months before the murders, to tell him, that's the husband, okay, that his wife was cheating on him with Huey Jr. And she told the husband, "I don't believe she believes my warnings, and for the safety of your family, she really needs to be honest with you. Huey Jr. has rifles and guns he carries with him. The mother of your children is putting them in danger, and she knows it." Then less than 2 weeks before the murders, investigators found that the husband received a text that stated, "This will be the last I say of this, Alberto. This stupid girl will be the reason you have no children." Despite many red flags, police records do not indicate the family ever reported being threatened with death to authorities. Zoraida had confided in a coworker about the threats her husband had received, and the coworker apparently never reported anything to authorities until after the murders.
That colleague stated that before the murders, Zoraida had confided in her and told her that she received threats and harassment through text messages from different phone numbers, and Zoraida told her that she was scared. That's just a crazy story, isn't it? So that's just nuts.
Just nuts. Murder's not the answer. And then look, they're all dead. I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy. Let me see what you guys think. You guys think that's crazy? Is that absolutely crazy? Hey there, Haley Bug. How are you? The Pure Evil. He is a nightmare. Well, it was actually the Ermelinda. Ermelinda, what a name there. What a name. All right, let's go on to Garth Brooks. We're going to go on to Garth Brooks right now because he's let's get a graphic up that we're changing gears. Oops, get over there, please, Garth. Thank you. So he and Trisha Yearwood made some statements about their marriage. Interesting ones. And they were just days before these accusations hit. But remember what Garth said prior to that for the last 2 months, so they knew something was in the works, right? Let me go and to get those statements that Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood made. All right, so Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks will be celebrating 20 years of marriage. They got married in 2005, so 2025 will be the big 20-year mark for them. They say they won't celebrate as many anniversaries as their friend, former President Jimmy Carter, and his late wife, Rosalind, but that she and her husband, Trisha Yearwood is saying this, have learned how to try to be in a marriage that lasts over 70 years from them. And here's a picture of Garth with Rosalind and Trisha with Jimmy. So Garth Brooks said, and I quote, "I cannot love them and thank them enough for being walking examples for us, a married couple, for us as human beings, and for us down here on this planet." He noted his respect for the Carters, who were married for 77 years. He said it's immense, but when it comes to love, the dance singer believes he and Trisha Yearwood have the greatest love story in the history of the planet. And he said, and I quote, "So it's always nice when you see somebody else that might be lucky enough to share the same thing." They celebrated Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday on October 1st in St. Paul, Minnesota, where they led thousands of volunteers at Habitat for Humanity's annual Jimmy and Rosalind Carter Work Project.
The Build event at the Heights on St. Paul's East Side marks the country artist's 14th Carter work project. Trisha Yearwood said, and I quote, "This is a hand up, not a hand out." And Garth pointed out that when you're with that nonprofit housing organization, you're building more than homes. He said, and I quote, "We've seen homeowners here from getting a Habitat home go from homelessness to master's degrees and careers and jobs and thriving children." Then Trisha said, and I quote, "It can't be overstated how important the work that is being done by Habitat is." Okay, now, Trisha Yearwood posted, "Happy 100th birthday to President Carter. First of all, it is such a legacy. It is such huge shoes that will never be filled. We've had the luxury of getting to work alongside the President and Ms. Rosalind Carter for several years, so we know what that work ethic is, and we are honored to just carry that on. And we're two volunteers of thousands who feel the exact same way. We're just all here trying to make sure that we make them proud." So then Garth said, when he was asked, how does it feel to be continuing the legacy built by Jimmy and Rosalind, he said and answered, "Well, what I love about it," Ms. Yearwood said it best, "We're another volunteer out here among the thousands, so we're all getting to share this beautiful feeling of continuing the legacy that will never be filled. We've had the luxury of getting to work alongside the President and Ms. Rosalind Carter." Excuse me. Oh my gosh, this just jumped on me. Sorry. "The legacy that they bring. I think their work ethic, I think faith and a higher power. I think speaking out and defending those who can't defend themselves. I think that's what they stood for. And I think that's what they will always stand for. So getting to be a part of that, you're building more than homes when you're with the Habitat, you know?" Okay, and then let's see here, because they discuss some interesting things. Remember, this is October 1st, just days before the news hit of that lawsuit. But remember, he had filed something, right? So, and he obviously knew this was going to be coming. So when they were asked, what have they learned about themselves with their work for Habitat for Humanity, Trisha Yearwood said, "I think we've learned that we probably work better together when we don't work 24/7. We do work together on the house, but we also have the time where I'll be over here on this side of the house while you're on that side of the house." And we learned that from the Carters. They are very vocal builders, and they told each other, well, Miss Rosalind basically told President Carter when he was doing something wrong, and he didn't listen to her. So we've kind of learned to do that. We're just kind of here to do whatever needs to be done. And then Garth answered that by saying, "I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is President Carter is known for saying that if you go to sleep with a roof over your head, you're spoiled. I don't think 99.99% of us even know what not having a home means, so it's hard to see the change. Like in Haiti, we went there for 2 years, back to back. You saw people without homes. And when you went back the next year, the homes that you built were theirs now. They were night and day as human beings. They were out of their survival mode, and they were more into the move forward mode. I think that's a gift that you cannot put a price tag on." So they answered a lot of questions, but I want to get to what he said about their marriage. Okay, so they were asked, do you feel that these projects that you've helped with Have they helped you discover new dimensions of your relationship and the meaning of teamwork? And Trisha Yearwood answered that by saying, I think that we've learned from the Carters is how to be a human being, how to try to be in a marriage that lasts over 70 years. We're not going to make that, but we're going to do our best. And then Garth said, I'm doing the math right now. Trisha Yearwood laughed, said, doing the math, not going to work out, but how to be a good volunteer, how to love one another. And that's what Habitat's all about. This is a hand up, not a handout. And what you learn is, like Garth and Jonathan said, when you are in a home, your first thought is survival. And once you're safe and secure, and your children are safe and secure, you can all thrive. We've all seen homeowners here, from getting a Habitat home, go from homelessness to master's degrees and careers and jobs and thriving children. It can't be overstated how important that work that is being done by Habitat is. Okay, I'm trying to get to where she says they never spend a night apart, because I think that's really telling about her saying that they never spend a night apart. I just saw this before. So when asked about what do they hope will be their lasting legacy when talking about Jimmy and Roslyn, Garth said, that's an easy one for me. Love one another. Love one another. Show that empathy. Show that patience. They say the biggest question of us is, why are we down here? That's the easiest question to me. We're down here for each other. That's why there's more than just one of us. So I think that's the legacy I would like to leave, is just, we need each other. Don't divide. Unite. Trisha Yearwood said, I'm with him. Okay, here is what I want you to hear now. So they were asked if the two of them and your shared experiences with them have influenced your relationship. And Trisha Yearwood said, we pretty much don't spend a night apart. Isn't that interesting? Especially when they knew what was going on, right? We made a decision when we got married to not be apart. We tour together. We do everything together. And so it makes sense. Isn't that weird? She just said, yeah, they do better when they're apart, not together 24/7. Isn't that hysterical? She just said that. That's crazy. Huh. Okay. We tour together, we do everything together, and so it makes sense for us that we would do Habitat together. And I see that in the Carters. I mean, one of you ever saw someone who saw the other? Hold on a minute. I mean, well, that doesn't make sense here. Whenever you ever saw someone who saw the other. What? Whenever you ever saw someone who saw the other. It doesn't even make sense. Ms. Roslyn was married to the President of the United States, and he was always so great about making sure that you knew everything she was doing. And I relate to that because I'm married to one of the most successful entertainers in the history of the world. And he always makes sure that people know what his chick singer wife is doing too. Oh, so isn't that interesting? It's just nice to see. He's a pretty cool guy. And Garth said, yeah, when it comes to relationships or when it comes to anything else, my respect for the Carters is immense. But when it comes to love, this is the greatest love story in the history of the planet. He points to himself and Trisha Yearwood. So it's always nice when you see somebody else that might be lucky enough to share the same thing. I don't know how much they've influenced us love-wise. They have shown us that you can be married 70 years, and I'm trying to think of how old I'll be when we reach that. And Trisha Yearwood said, "We won't know," and laughs. Okay, so that's interesting, how they were touting their marriage never being apart one night, right? They tour together, they do everything together, yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, let's take a look at some other stuff, all right? In the documents, Brooks claims that Rowe asked him for financial help in 2020, which he provided out of loyalty, friendship, and a desire to improve the defendant's condition. Later, she asked for more, escalating to a salary and medical benefits. And when he said no, she responded with false and outrageous allegations of sexual misconduct she claimed occurred years ago. In mid-July, according to the lawsuit, Rowe sent Brooks a demand letter alleging a litany of sexual misconduct and also accused Brooks of a plan to hire someone to murder her. This is getting even more intense, isn't it? The letter said that in exchange for millions of dollars, she would not file a suit. Similar demands were made in another letter, the suit claims. Brooks's suit also asked for a jury trial against Rowe, attorney's fees, and punitive and financial damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress, defamation, and false light invasion of privacy, including incidental and consequential damages, as well as a declaratory judgment that the defendant's allegations against him of sexual misconduct are untrue. After news of the allegations against him became public on Thursday, Brooks did perform in Las Vegas. He said he posted on his Instagram the picture of him on the stage, and he wrote, "If there was ever a night that I really needed this, tonight was that night. Thank you for my life. Love, G." He posted, let me see, right here. That photo right there. And Jane Rowe is represented by attorney Douglas H. Wigdor. He represented Cassie Ventura in her 2023 SA suit against Sean Diddy Combs. That suit was settled without going to court. Terms of the settlement are not public. And let's see, Wigdor said in a statement, "I cannot get into settlement discussions, but the suggestion made by Brooks that he was unwilling to pay millions is simply not true. It seems as though Sean Combs and Garth Brooks are using the same public relations team by attacking legitimate victims. We are very confident in our case, and over the time, the public will see his true character rather than his highly curated persona." In the complaint that was filed by Wigdor on behalf of Jane Rowe, he characterized Brooks' Mississippi lawsuit as abusive, a blatant attempt to further control and bully his sexual assault victim by utilizing his multimillionaire resources to game the legal system. Okay, so we're going to go into a little more detail of these documents. So The attorney, Wigdor, also said in a statement that we applaud our client's courage in moving forward with her complaint against Garth Brooks. The complaint filed demonstrates that sexual predators exist not only in corporate America, Hollywood, and in the rock and roll industries, but also in the world of country music. Now let me get the documents here because, hold on. Okay. So here's one. Oops. There you go, over there, get over there. Okay, so this is Jane Roe versus Garth Brooks. He was named here. His lawsuit just had it as they were anonymous. He was a John Doe. Complaint for damages: assault, battery, sexual battery, Bain Act, Ralph Act, gender violence, demand for jury trial. Okay, here's a text message. Now it says redacted up here. It says warm fact, and that huge stick you carry. Roosevelt. That must be her talking. And he says, I'll take that nickname. Thank you. I love you. Based on the information set forth above, which is a sampling of some but not all of the acts Brooks subjected her to, it is obvious why he resorted to such drastic measures as filing the abusive Mississippi action. Brooks is desperate to prevent his millions of fans from learning about the horrific things he has said and done to a junior female employee who did nothing to deserve such treatment. Fortunately, Brooks is not entitled to misuse legal statutes such as the Declaratory Judgment Act to further harm Ms. Roe. Ms. Roe's agency as a survivor and her ability to hold Brooks accountable for his predatory behavior should not be thwarted by a preemptive, abusive Mississippi action. While Ms. Roe has been victimized again by Brooks, she commenced this action to hold him accountable. Okay, so that is odd. Let's just see if we can. Now, I want to just get, so this was, Garth's statements that he said, which was, for the last 2 months I have been hassled to no end with threats, lies, and tragic tales of what my future would be if I did not write a check for many millions of dollars. It has been like having a loaded gun waved in my face. Hush money, no matter how much or how little, is still hush money.
In my mind, that means I'm admitting to behavior I'm incapable of, ugly acts no human should ever do to another. We filed suit against this person nearly a month ago to speak out against extortion and defamation of character. We filed it anonymously for the sake of families on both sides. I want to play music tonight. I want to continue our good deeds going forward. It breaks my heart these wonderful things are in question now. I trust the system. I do not fear the truth. And I am not the man they have painted me to be. So, what do you guys think? Hi, Haley. Wonder what else they have. Hi, Oliver. So I'm going to do the poll again. We did it last night. I just want to do it again to see what you guys think about this. Okay, I'm going to ask that and see what happens. What's BS, Oliver? What are you guys talking about? Hold on, I'm going to see here. Happy birthday, President Carter, 100 years old. Yes, happy birthday, President Carter. I do like her cooking show. Whose cooking show? Who were you talking about? Trisha Yearwood? Who are we talking about? It won't matter. An accusation will hurt his career. Hey, Ruffles and Ready. Rough and Ready Ruffles. What is that? Tell me, Oliver. Whose cooking show? Trisha Yearwood has a cooking show? Ruffles? Not Ruffles, Oliver. Okay, so now the poll is different than last night. I'll tell you that much. BS, he goes without her a lot, and Trisha has a cooking show. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Right, so why are they lying? Why are they lying about that? That they're never a night apart. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, and at that time they definitely knew about the lawsuit, of course. She has one on Food Network. See, I've never seen it. Never seen it. I don't know. I would say if that gray is him, why would he say I love you like that to a makeup artist and a hairstylist? Thank you, I love you. That's weird, okay? Because even if, let's say, you know, Trisha would had her for a long time, even if they consider her like, let's say like family, like a sister or something, he'd usually probably say, love ya, or something, if he said that, which would still kind of be a little bit weird because she's not family really, but it's just the I love you, like, and then all those little emojis is strange. Yeah. Very strange. Very strange, isn't it? But we're having a poll here that's saying 83% say he's not guilty of this. So maybe I should have made a poll that you think that that's normal. And what is that, like she's saying to him? Warm fact
and that huge stick you carry? Roosevelt? Ruff says it's not strange. You don't think that's strange, Ruffles? That he's saying I love you with emojis to a makeup artist? Okay. Ruffles thinks that's okay. Okay, it's normal. All right. Okay. Okay, Ruff. I got it. I don't know that I would think that was normal if that was my husband texting a makeup artist, I love you like that. I don't think so. I don't think I'd be okay with that, but okay. But okay. The makeup artist, she worked for him for 2017 to 2020. It's not normal to you, Haley Bug. It's not normal to me either, but I think Ruffles really likes Garth, and hey, I liked Garth too. I mean, but you know what? I got to tell you something. And I think it's really coming to light now that all of this stuff is going down, and yeah, a lot of people have put these celebrities on these pedestals, these huge pedestals, and just think about it, what they're paid enormous salaries. Their salaries are so disproportionate. Celebrities, athletes, right? To people that are really shaping our future. The teachers. Look at the lack of social workers, CPS workers we have. That these kids are being, left in horrible situations where they're dying. And it's because who wants to go into something like that when the salaries are so low? I mean, it's just like, it's crazy, right? So someone gets paid $650,000 for a episode of a sitcom, and you have somebody that's getting $40,000 that's checking on the safety of children, or whatever it is. It's so disproportionate. And then that, it's like, why do they command such outrageous amounts of money? Why? I mean, it's crazy. You know how it is being a star. I meet with no one alone. Okay, Kevin. But it's just, and I think people are seeing how they're falling now, and how Hollywood is falling. And I don't think we've seen anything yet. And I think we're going to see the really dark side of all of this. And I wonder if it will change anything. If it will change the way people just idolize these people and put them on these pedestals, almost worshiping them. Because they can. Well, but why, why? Do you need $650,000 for one sitcom episode? Can you be okay with $200,000? It's outrageous. And then what it does is it just creates all of this. But maybe we'll see, because like someone said, we haven't even seen how this affects the sports world, right? How we're going to see how it affects who went to Diddy's parties from
the sports world, right? The athletes, these incredibly high-paid athletes, where do they fit into Diddy's parties? Yeah, M. Coase, yeah, you don't think it's normal either. I'm sorry, Ruffles. All love here, Hollywood is really starting to come to light. I hope it does change. So many victims. Yeah. I think we have to stop idolizing these people and thinking that they have to have these outrageous salaries. I'm not saying that they can't be paid well, but the salaries they're getting compared to other people, it's just crazy. And it's just crazy. How all of that was ever structured, how we don't pay well the people that shape the future of our country, right? Some teachers are paid so little in different parts of our country here. Some states pay better than others, but some are paid pitiful, and nobody wants to even go into that. Why should it be even attractive to anyone, And it's just, and that's important. But anyway, let's talk about Diddy, because it goes right into Diddy. Diddy got 2 new lawyers and he got a new judge, and Diddy's going to get a chance at bail next Thursday. Now, I'm getting scared here, thinking that this new judge, let me get this. Let's see here. Let me get a picture of Diddy up here. Diddy is 5'10". This is some of the stuff I learned on my walk when we were in Zoom researching Diddy. Diddy's 5'10". I know somebody said he was 6 foot. A lot of people think he's much shorter than that, and he does appear much shorter than that, but he is 5'10". So he's getting a new judge. It was reassigned to Judge Aaron, but it's spelled A-Run. Okay? Aaron, and when I mean A-Run, A-R-U-N. Subramanian. On October 3rd, it was reassigned. Now this judge replaces Judge Andrew L. Carter, Jr., who said in a September 18th hearing that Sean Combs' case would be reallocated to another judge if he was unable to accommodate a trial date. The change in judges means that Sean Combs will have another chance to seek bail. It was previously denied by Judge Carter and the case's first judge, Robin Tarnofsky. Both judges agreed with the prosecutors that the Bad Boy Records mogul should remain in jail until his trial. Sean Combs has been in custody since September 16th when he was arrested in a New York City hotel in Midtown Manhattan, and he is in a detention center in Brooklyn, New York. He's been placed on suicide watch, which is a common practice, not indicative of his mental state, for high-profile individuals upon admittance to a federal facility. He maintains his innocence, and his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, says that please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man. Sounds like a Billy Joel song. An innocent, with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court. He confirmed that Sean Combs is receiving treatment and therapy for things that he needs treatment and therapy for. He is not a perfect person. There has been drug use. He has been in toxic relationships. However, Combs is ready to share his side. I don't know that I could keep him off the stand, says the lawyer.
I think he will tell every part of his story. And he acknowledged the 2016 security footage of Diddy appearing to assault his now ex, Cassie, in a hotel that was published by CNN in May, including what you see on the video. Now he has 2 new lawyers. A woman, Alexandra Shapiro, and another lawyer by the name of Rico is his last name, I believe. And he also has Mark Garagos' daughter as one of his attorneys besides this Mark. So let's see here. Sean Diddy Combs is accused of abusing 25 minors amid new allegations. 25 minors. And there's like more and more stuff coming out, and we're going to go into some of this because there's talk that who did they say left the country? Oh no, Kevin heard something wrong on that one about Oprah. Somebody said, let's see if there's any truth to LeBron James, okay? Well, how did LeBron James leave the country? Hang on a minute. When his son, I guess Bronny James, is playing in his first NBA preseason game Friday night tonight, but LeBron James wasn't in uniform with him when the Lakers hosted Minnesota in the first of Los Angeles' 2 weekend games in the Coachella Valley. To hold out LeBron James. So he didn't leave the country because before they became the first father and son to play in the same NBA game, Bronny James knows he has plenty of work to do. He got his first chance. Bronny missed all 3 shots during his first 6 minutes of action, including a 3-pointer. He picked up an assist. LeBron appeared to be keeping a mindful distance from Bronny during the game, allowing his oldest. So we are. What is it that we're doing? Oh my gosh, I can't. We're fact checking, but we're doing something else. What is the other word that I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Debunking. We're debunking. So can we put that one to rest, that LeBron James has left the country? Can we put that to rest? Let's see what else we can put to rest. LeBron James has not left the country. Hey, Lunas Knights. We debunked that. Now our poll is changing. It's more like last night. 64% say that they don't think Garth did this. And the rest, 36, say he did. And I think that's pretty much what we had last night. So, did everybody hear that, including the people in the back of the bus? LeBron James has not left the country. What else do we want to debunk about Diddy and Diddy people? All the people that left. Who else did we have? Why can't he leave?
No, they said that LeBron James left like in fear, Oliver, because he was involved with Diddy. Are you understanding? I wish we could have real-time answers from people because I don't think they're understanding what I'm asking. What I'm saying. He can leave the country, I guess. I don't think I'm just saying people have said that LeBron left the country. Kevin, explain to Oliver what's going on. Is there anything else you want to debunk about Diddy? Diddy. Let's debunk some other stuff. Okay, let's see here. Now, Jaguar Wright has been very vocal about her feelings towards Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z. She had an interview with Piers Morgan where she unloaded her thoughts about the two, and she urged Jay to break his silence about Diddy's arrest. She said, and I quote, "For 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters." And the victim-making machine kept going on. Piers Morgan asked her, why has she yet to speak out about Diddy? And Wright called the Rockefeller co-founder out by replying, because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. She's talking about Jay-Z now. And forces everyone to carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately, Sean Carter. And that is Jay-Z's real name. When Piers asked how many total victims there could be, Jaguar Wright declared there are thousands. And she brought Beyonce's name into the conversation. She claimed that Beyonce was allegedly in on the unjust events that occurred over the years. She said, and I quote, "I've talked to hundreds of victims that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimonies about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well." They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things, keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious. Just like Alaya got on that plane unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers. I'm just being honest, end quote. And then she said, everyone knew he was the devil. So let's see what Jaguar Wright, some other stuff she has said. Okay. Jaguar Wright alleged that Clive Davis has been Diddy's greatest teacher and seemingly pushed him towards criminal behavior. Recently, a rumor surfaced online that Jaguar Wright has a $500,000 bounty placed on her. It emerged first on Facebook and was shared by another media on October 3rd. The post contained an image of her with the text inside it reading, hang on a minute. Jaguar Wright claims there's a $500,000 bounty on her head. Says someone has been following her. The post further shared that Wright claimed Clive Davis had something to do with it, and that she has seemingly been followed for over 6 weeks. While the post's authenticity is yet to be confirmed, it garnered severe traction online, and in less than 24 hours it earned over 4,800 reactions, 5,100 comments, and 2,700 shares. In fact, netizens have been having diverse reactions. For instance, a Facebook user called Michael Armand commented under the now viral post, said, if there is indeed a bounty on Jaguar Wright, it was because she has been whistleblowing on Sean Diddy Combs and his ongoing legal troubles. Someone said, perfect case of not minding your business. Now her life is on the line. SMH. Hope she can get the protection she needs. But this is a lesson to anybody airing other people's business. That was Michael Armand saying that. And there are a lot of comments like that. Sometimes it's just best to let the professionals handle it and keep your opinions to yourself for your own sake. Someone said, easy fix, stay out of people's business or go tell the police about these horrific acts, crimes, instead of getting paid to gossip on platforms. Someone said, how would she know that? It sounds more like paranoia due to her spilling tea everywhere. It's clearly a dangerous game she's involved in. I wish her the best. Someone said, please, this is her way of staying relevant. Another person said, how she know how much it is? If she know that much, that can say exactly who, when, where is doing it. Y'all believe anything. Others had a different opinion, saying, I believe it. Everything she's been saying has been true. They don't want her to talk anymore. She needs protecting. Another one said it's gotten worse. The truth is coming out now, so they're trying to stop her from talking too much. Another one said, duh. She's airing out everyone's business. Of course they want her gone. I pray she stays safe, though. Nobody should die over telling their truth. She said on Piers Morgan, he's been the devil. For 30 years, he's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry can continue to rip it. She said, it's been going on for years before Diddy. See, people keep looking at him like he's Sputnik, who came out of nowhere. But it is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making Diddies. And if we're going to do that, we got to go back even further, because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically. She said that Clive Davis has been Diddy's greatest teacher and seemingly pushed him towards criminal activities, adding that the only way to stop the alleged corruption in the industry was to find all those involved and hold them accountable publicly and legally, not just Sean Combs. She doubled down on the claims that there have been thousands of victims, some of whom are deceased, adding, we have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for the job. He's the Judas. Elsewhere, Jaguar shared how for 4 years she has been screaming that not only Diddy but Jay-Z are monsters. And she slammed the Roc Nation boss for his silence in the ongoing Diddy scandal and claimed that he was avoiding accountability, saying that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. He forces everyone involved to carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now. Sean, you must respond. She also claimed that Diddy and Jay-Z were connected to convicted S offenders, including Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and R. Kelly, adding that it was Carter who put the latter in jail. She allegedly called Jay-Z and Beyonce a nasty little couple, accused them of putting unconscious people on planes. She added she has at least 3 alleged victims who are reportedly willing to provide testimony against the pair. She has been a longtime vocal critic of Sean Combs. She previously made headlines in 2022 after she called him an S-trafficker and claimed to have attended several of his now infamous parties. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying now. All right, let's see. Look back at the ones that have been called crazy. You believe her and Cat Williams, Ruff said. Look back at the ones that are being called crazy. Well, let's see what Cat Williams is saying, okay? Okay. All right, so Cat Williams, comedian, wrote via Instagram stories over the weekend that he believes the embattled music mogul P Diddy is about to snitch on everybody. Well, that's what he said last weekend, right? During the Club Shay Shay podcast episode, Williams told host Shannon Sharp that he believed all lies would be exposed this year. All of these big D deviants is all catching hell in 2024, the Boondocks voice actor said. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if it's Diddy or whoever you is. Pastor T.D. Jakes, any of them. Williams said he believed that all the lies would be exposed this year. I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that V-hole I was telling you about, right? Because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See? I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely. Williams claimed he has turned down invitation to Combs' parties over the years. Okay. And then we have Diddy warned Justin Bieber not to talk about the things he did with Big Brother in a resurfaced clip that came out again. Sean Diddy wanted Justin Bieber to keep what took place during their hangouts under wraps, according to this resurfaced clip from Jimmy Kimmel Live. The disgraced music mogul appeared with Justin on the show in 2011 when
Bieber was just 16 years old. They discussed their close bond with Jimmy Kimmel. "What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?" That's what Jimmy asked. And Diddy responded, "No. We become friends in a strange way. To a lot of us, he's like a little brother. He's not afraid to call and ask for advice." He said that the music industry is a strong family, and many people, including himself, wanted their arms around Bieber to protect him because he's a nice person. He continued to gush about Bieber. Besides his talent, he's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know. Bieber then thanked Diddy for the remarks as the audience clapped, and Kimmel pointed out that perhaps Sean Combs could buy the young singer a car, as he did with his son. And let me just do this here. Put this. Image up there. Okay. "He got me a Lamborghini. I just haven't gotten it yet," which prompted Combs to look off to the side in annoyance. He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house the last night, Combs said, seemingly referencing when the two spent 48 hours together. And that was via a YouTube video that Justin posted. "He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother," Puff Daddy said. "Everything ain't for everybody." Interesting. When Sean, Diddy, and Justin Bieber spent those 2 days back together in 2009, Diddy told Bieber that they were going to be full buck, full crazy. "Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream," said Diddy in that YouTube video. So let's see. Diddy said in that video, "Selling out arenas and everything, starting to act different, huh? You haven't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out." Justin Bieber is then seen awkwardly pulling out his phone and replying, "You tried to get in contact with me throughout all my partners and whatnot, but you never got my number, so you want my number?" Now, someone asked Bieber, I guess, for a comment on this stuff, and a representative for Bieber said that Bieber, now 30, is aware of Diddy's arrest and all the allegations, but he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband. Okay, let's see here now. So yeah, it's crazy stuff. What about Justin Timberlake and all this, huh? Okay, so now there's An A-list star, the male celebrity involved in the alleged Sean Diddy Combs S-tape being shopped around, is reportedly horrified over the footage that's possibly being released. So a source told the New York Post on Friday that the situation has been a total nightmare and triggering for the individual who has yet to be identified. It feels like a betrayal and a violation. It's causing a lot of issues, said this source. It brings up some really disturbing and bad memories. He feels like he's been victimized years ago and is now being victimized yet again. If this footage gets out, it will follow him for life. It will be on the internet forever. Another source alleged that the star is praying that this all goes away. There's not much he can do about it. If there was a video taken without his knowledge that somehow gets out, claiming the A-lister is trying to ignore the threat. The footage notably depicts a man who appears to be Combs having intimate relations with a younger male who appears to be the A-lister in question. The individual is praying for the situation. A Department of Homeland Security officer told the media that the recognizable names are in footage from Sean Combs' infamous S-parties. Additionally, a Department of Homeland Security officer could not confirm to the New York Post that the star was in the footage that they have obtained from the S-parties at Sean Combs' mansions. There are recognizable names, the agent said. While the officer would not confirm any of the identities, they did confirm that it's more than just one. Attorney Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, who has seen stills of the clip that's being shopped around, claimed to News Nation that the other person is more high profile than Mr. Combs. She alleged, "I can verify that it exists, that it's real, and that the other person in the video is very visible. There's no question of if it's that person in the video." Sean Combs' team, however, says that Mitchell-Kidd's comments came from a desire for publicity and attention. Okay. Luna's Diddy in my eyes. Who is the predator? Did anyone hear the song? Oh, Lonely? Yes, we did. Welcome in, everyone. Hi, Lunas. You've been here. So what do you think? Who do you think the other person is? Do you guys have any thoughts on who that other person is? Put it in the chat. Who you think that person is? Who's more high profile than Diddy? Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? I want to see if you guys have any guesses on who you think it is. Who do you think it is? You think it's Jay-Z, but it can't be. They say he's underage. The person's underage, that's what it says. Clive Davis. Clive Davis is definitely not underage.
I wonder if Barry Manilow went to any of them. There's also a lady being listed as Diddy's right-hand person. Name of Corman. Oh, gross. That would be his son. Or his stepson, right? Gross painted black. Okay. Christina Coram. Who is she? She's the chief of staff at Combs Enterprises, and she's been a key figure in Shaw Diddy Combs' inner circle for years. Let's see. He once referred to Christina as his right hand. If anybody is a gatekeeper, Christina would know everything, according to the 14-page indictment. Hold on a minute. Page is jumping like crazy. Combs allegedly had assistance from certain employees, which included high-ranking supervisors to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial S-ring. However, there was no name of any of Diddy's employees in the papers as reported. Okay, I'm trying just to see here about. Let me see. Manipulator. Okay, so this is Christina. Come on, get over there. Hold on, I've got to wait for that to move over. Ow. Okay. So there she is. The supervisors facilitated S performances dubbed freak-offs, according to the indictment, which included S workers and stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. During raids at Diddy's mansions earlier this year, narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant were seized by federal agents. The feds have gotten evidence from a lot of sources, recordings, text messages, names, texts from Christina Coram. Okay, let's see what else. Lil Rod, born Rodney Jones, also alleged in an amended complaint that Coram required Combs' domestic employees, including the butler, chef, housekeepers, to carry a fanny pack with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and a pink drug called Tucci, a combination of ecstasy and cocaine, so that Combs could indulge in his drug of choice at any time. In a lawsuit separate from the federal investigation
filed by rapper Little Rod in February. Quorum 37 was described as the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein, a reference to the notorious offender and is now imprisoned right-hand woman, and accused of having ordered S-workers and S-workers for him. Okay. According to Little Rod's suit, he said that Quorum knowingly and intentionally participated in, perpetrated, assisted, supported, and facilitated an S-trafficking venture. She was instrumental in organizing and executing the racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations act enterprise that he claims Diddy was running. Also, according to Lil Rod's suit, Quorum had another employee, Stevie J., recruit S-workers to participate in the freak ops. Little Rod's lawsuit is ongoing, but Diddy's lawyers have filed requests for it to be dismissed. Mr. Jones' lawsuit is pure fiction, a shameless attempt to create media hype and extract a quick settlement. Mr. Jones was not threatened, groomed, assaulted, or trafficked. We look forward to proving in a court of law that all of Mr. Jones' claims are made up and must be dismissed, said attorney Erica Wolf. Quorum joined Bad Boy Entertainment as a senior executive in 2013. She became a manager for Diddy and the director, office of the chairman of Combs Enterprises. According to her now deleted LinkedIn profile, she was the appointed chief of staff in 2020. Christina might be cooperative. At least if she's smart, she will be. Okay. So, yep. That's what we got there. I think Little Miami was also his right hand. Little Miami. Little Miami. Okay. Little Miami. Young Miami. She broke silence on her relationship with Sean Combs. It says August. That wasn't my experience, she said. Let's see what this is about. Trying to get their picture over there. It's going to take a second. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. All right, here we go. Come on, come on. Ouch, 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 ouch. There we go. Young Miami has broken her silence on her relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. She acknowledged that while several accusers have come forward to allege Diddy was physically violent and abusive to them, this was not her experience. Her real name is Carisha Brownlee. She said, I can't speak on something that I don't know. She said she was no longer dating Sean Combs. I can't speak on the allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience. She welled up as she discussed her relationship with Sean Combs, saying the past few months have been hard on her mentally. One minute I'm happy and 1 minute I'm sad. 1 minute I'm kind of like, F this shite. And the next minute I'm looking at my kids like, I didn't bring us this far to go backwards. She was first linked to Combs in 2021 when Combs confirmed that they were casually dating when appearing on her show in June of 2022. Weeks later, she proudly waved a Go Pappy sign as Combs collected his BET Lifetime Achievement Award. Although they attended the Met Gala together in May of 2023, Young Miami downplayed any idea of a serious relationship, saying that they have their own situation. We're still good friends, but we struggle. That's not my man. But we single when that's not my man. She has stayed largely quiet on Sean Combs after his girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, filed a damning sex abuse and sex trafficking lawsuit against him in November of 2023. And then another suit from music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones, who named Brownlee in court documents. Jones claimed in his lawsuit that Combs bragged about having Brownlee and other women on his payroll. Brownlee did not address Jones's claims. She said on her show that she actively distanced herself from Combs in the wake of the allegations. When all these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important, which is me, my career, and my family. I needed to let him navigate and figure out this on his own because I can't be caught up in that. When pressed if Combs had ever been physically violent with her, she said she had been a victim of domestic violence in 2 previous relationships, and it's something she doesn't stand for. Okay. That's that. Okay, let's see what else you guys are doing now. What else are you doing now? She's a rapper. Yep. She's a rapper. She looks really different in this one Instagram post of hers. So I thought it was Jaguar, right? Okay. So anything. Anyway, let's do the word game, and then I'm going to go to Betty Bye. It is late. Tired. I want to go to sleep. Tomorrow we have an auction tomorrow. It might start early. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what I get done tomorrow. I didn't get got different things done today, just not the things that I thought I was going to get done today. So isn't that the way it goes? Oops. What are word cookies? It's a word game that we play, Scorpio Lunas. We play it just to unwind, and we do this daily puzzle. And it just helps us unwind and have a little fun before we go, right? Yeah. Hello. I have each, don't I? I already have each. Hey, Murder of Crows, I was wondering where you were the other day. Where have you been? Thought you hated us. What's up? Where have you been? Murder of Crows. I was thinking about you the other day because we saw crows and I said it's a murder of crows. Because I said it was a rafter of turkeys. I remember that too. I was thinking about a movie today and I said, oh, remember that movie? It was a wacko movie and I can't think of what it was. You've been watching replays. Say hi. Hello, Amy. Okay. Where's our Honey Floor? Honey Floor, where are you? Honey Floor, where are you? I think I'm going to put some kind of a movie on for members and Patreons after this, so I'm going to start a new Zoom and you'll find the number. If you're a member or a Patreon, you can come to the movie night. Okay. Tell me now. Dean is one. D-E-A-N. Thank you. I tried Dane. I think I did. Yeah, it didn't work. Didn't work. What could it be now? Please. We did it. We did it. Okay. All right. So we've come to the end of our show. I'll be posting the number for the new Zoom.
let me see here. So let me get rid of this. It's like so crazy. I took a walk today. I don't know what happened to my hair. It's like unbelievable. Okay, but I'm leaving the meeting. I start a new meeting. Customize my Zoom experience. Okay, I don't want to customize it right now, but I will. I want to end the other meeting, right? End that. And Yankees. I am going to invite, copy invitation. The invitation has been copied. Let me go put it in the members. Okay, got that. There we go. Just publish it, please. I don't have to read it. Okay. Now I've got to go to Slackarono. Who's here? Paint it black. Hello.
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 Hola, hola.
Okay. Let's see. Why is my thing not opening? Launch the Slack. Launch the Slack. Open Slack in your browser. Where's everybody else?
No idea they vanished.
Were they in this? Were they in that other Zoom with you?
I wasn't in Zoom, I was in chat.
Oh, okay.
I rotate up.
Oh, okay.
Try to give them a break, you know.
All right. Let's see now. Uh-oh. What is this? Get rid of that. Just get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. Let me go over here. Where's our honey fleur? I haven't seen our honey fleur.
You're Kevin. We love Kim.
Lunas, you can become a member like really fast. Just click on the join button and then you'll see the post. It's super easy. Ashton Kutcher, Spinster, is saying, "Hey, Spinster, how are you?"
And he,
Hello, Kevin.
he's too shy now.
He's too shy. He doesn't want anybody to hear his. He wants to stay incognito. Maybe it's not really him. Sean Combs sounds like the next Epstein. Well, according to Jaguar Wright, he was right in there with Epstein. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Hello.
Hello. Don't sound so excited, Margot.
You hear me, Margo?
Yeah, Margot, don't be mean.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible to be mean.
Yeah, don't be a mean girl. Okay.
Anybody, anywhere.
Everybody. Does anybody have any idea what we're watching?
I don't know. All about it. Where's SME? I don't know if we can find that movie that Kevin talked about. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to end now. So if you want to come with us, you can become a member. You should be able to see the member post on the community tab. If you're a Patreon, you'll see that too. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers. And we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody be good.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Sleep tight.